Hi, my name is Steve from TDSWeb and welcome to this tutorial called Advanced Masking in Photoshop. Here we're going to do first the basics of masking. I will explain what is the mask in Photoshop, and then we're going to do some, I think, cool stuff where we're going to use some functions which have Photoshop and do advanced masking on a very complicated shape. So first of all, what is the mask in Photoshop? Now, the best to explain it, it is on an example. Like here we have the apple here. Now I want just the apple, not the background. I want to use the apple somewhere, or I don't know, put it in some image. So what I usually do is, if I copy the apple from the source or open the picture, I will create a new transparent layer, put it underneath, and copy also the original layer. Now, just to keep it, and I don't know, for later, it's up to you. And now what you will usually do, or someone will usually do, is to delete the background. So he will take a brush, he will adjust the settings, like it should be a little bit bigger, the hardness maybe a little bit more, and he will start to delete the background like this. Now this is fine, of course, if you have a tablet and you don't want to edit this in the future, because if you delete something, you have the progress here, of course, but if you save or close the Photoshop, you will lose the progress, and you will also lose everything which you deleted. So this is a big advantage or disadvantage of the erase brush, because if you'd like to use after some part of the image, like of the background, you can't because you deleted that. So I will go back, and now I will do the same but using a mask. So I will go here and click this button. Now new layer will be here next to this, and here is the mask. So if I take the brush, normal brush, let's go like this, a little bit more, maybe a little bit more, change the color to black, and brush on the background, I'm doing the same like the eraser, but just with one difference. If I switch to white again, I have my background back. So this is a great advantage of the brush and masking, because you never lose anything. It's always in the layer. Of course, the PSD file will be bigger, but if you need, like, some edge is not perfectly smooth, you can easily put a little bit more of the background, and then with the black brush or white, delete it back. So this is the masking. It's a great tool if you need really some Photoshop things to do, like manipulating a lot of photos and so. And really, you will never use the original photo, even if you don't make some copy. So let's look on the options. Now, one option is the brush, like easily just brushing against the background. And like this, you will delete what you want. So if I want to preserve just the apple, I can delete the background or the apple and then invert the mask. So better will be delete the apple or mask the apple then invert the image here, so the mask. Okay, this is fine, but if you don't have a tablet or a great hand, or great mouse, you will never achieve a smooth result here at the edges. Here inside it's perfect, but after it's a little bit like a mess. If you have here one option, or more options, you can use the lasso tool, the polygonal lasso, and you can tell, or you can select the edges like this slowly, and after you will mask only what is inside the selection. What is fine, of course, but with this lasso tool, which is polygonal lasso tool, so you're making hard edges, you will never achieve a smooth result. You can then jump to magnetic lasso, which is trying to focus on the hard edges of the corners, and select it like that. But again, it's not working everywhere, and maybe you will not achieve a great result. Now it's fine, because this is red, this is white, but not every time. So I will go back with edges, and this is one of the options. So using a brush or select tool, to mask the area which you want. Now, the best tool for using or for making masks is to make a selection, but not to use this or that, but to use the pen tool. Now, pen tool is a part of vector graphic which is implemented into Photoshop, and with that you can select everything very easily, and especially objects like this which are round and stuff like that. So, first of all, I will put here some points and surround the whole apple with my points. So I'm trying to focus on every edge which I see. Very simple. You can even smooth the selection straight by putting the points to the shape, but I'm don't doing it like that. So I'm first make the selection, go to convert point tool, and now I will just drag them and try to achieve a nice and smooth result. Now by holding Control, you're moving them. So like this, in a few minutes, you have perfect selection, almost perfect. I will explain why, of an apple. Because it's round, it's hard to make with a brush. If you have a tablet, it's much easier, of course, but it's never like you can't hold your hand so great that you will make a nice circle or arc. It's very hard to work with that. So you just make a selection with this. So every time you need really a more complicated mask on which you want that it will be like cutting the object out from the background, use the pen tool. Because with the pen tool you will always achieve a great result. So I'm trying. I'm not focusing much on the quality right now. I don't want. So I made this. It's not perfect at all because like here I could make a little bit more. Oops. Like this. Also here I could change that, and really some kind of tweaking is necessary here also. And when you have your selection here, let's go to Paths, right click, make a selection, click OK, and we can fill it with black. So Paint Bucket tool and fill, and now we can draw these edges here with the brush. Now select the mask, image, adjustments, and invert. So we have here now the apple. Now some edges are nice, this is not so nice, and now we're going to look on some grid function which is in CS5 Photoshop, and it's this masking panel which you can track here. So if you was looking on the introduction tutorial which I did, where I really try to explain impossible in 30 minutes, you can customize the panels with these windows. So I will drag here and click Mask Edges. Now, these new functions is really great because with that you can tell Photoshop like, look on the edges of the mask and maybe I missed something and find that. So we'll achieve this, and he immediately tries like to look and change the mask according to that. You can achieve a little bit smoothness there, and also this. You can decontaminate the colors, but we don't need that. And if you hit OK, some parts will be repaired, some not. It's always about the adjustments, but the edges are not sharp but smooth. This is great if you need to put the apple in a white background, let's say. So let's try that. I will fill this layer just with white, and if you look closer, the apple is blending inside the white background. The edges are sharp, and like this you can really easily blend. So if you create a mask like this and put it somewhere like here, maybe you want to do a shadow, so let's do a shadow. And really, if you want to achieve better mask, you need to some time on that and tweak your selection, your paths, and then the settings here. And really, you can achieve great results. Really, if the contrast between the object and background is high, this function is working like a charm. Really. Okay, but let's go back here. So I'll copy this layer, apply the mask. Surely I don't know why I did that. Anyway, Control select. It will make me a selection. I will turn this off. I will make a new layer, fill it just with black. Let's find the pen bucket. Okay, we have here something, so I will delete it with the eraser. Now we'll put the black beneath the first layer. These control buttons, don't forget that you turning them on by clicking here, so the controls, and by holding control, by showing this transform controls, you have actually free transform, like which you can go here and click this. But if you hold control, you have distort. Now distort allows you to manipulate every single point of the layer or so separately, so you can make something like this. Now it's already looking like a shadow, but it's not a shadow, it's too sharp. So let's go to Gaussian blur, make a nice blur on the edges, and also we'll drag down the opacity of that, and we can really achieve a nice great shadows with that. So let's say these are the nice or basic masking options in Photoshop. This is a little bit advanced because not all people use that. Just use this one on the brush, but it's really great. And now let's go to some tricks. Now the tricks are great in Photoshop, and they are really hard to find actually, but if you are lucky you will find them. So here we have the two options how to make a mask, like with the brush or this selection and then using the brush, or by using the pen tool. But if you need to mask like this tree here, you can't use any of them, because can you imagine to use the pen tool to select that and every leaf separately? You will die with that. Now here you can use a trick. So first of all, again, I will do a transparent layer. I will copy this, and we will use some function which nobody uses in Photoshop, but we'll use it now. We'll go to channels and try to find the channel where the contrast between the background and the tree is at most. Where is here? Let's go to image and calculations. Leave it like this. One layer, second layer, multiply. Okay. Let's go to image, adjustment and levels, and we'll make the background more white and the blacks more black. A little bit, I guess, like this. Okay. Now let's check this brush. Let's go with white at first, and we'll brush away this. I think it's the ocean which was there. So with just a white brush, it's almost disappeared, but anyway. So like this, and now we'll still have the white brush, but we will change the blend mode to overlay. Now with these options, the white points will be more whiter. So I'll brush against this, and you could see that the ocean disappeared. Now we will do the same, but with the black, because the mask have to be a black. So actually here I don't need that. Here a little bit, and against the tree. Just once, use it just once, it's the best. And let's go back to normal, and we will paint against this with the normal black brush. We can try again here. Overlay once again. So you can already see that this is looking like a mask, like it's black and white. So let's go back to the layer, select it, you are back in the colors, select, load selection, check the alpha one, press invert, depends how the mask is, and turn the mask on, and voila. The tree is cut out from the background. Now we'll use again disk, mask edges. First of all I will copy this mask. Mask edges, we will first of all decontaminate the colors there. Smart radius will try to find the best. Even that I don't know. Yeah, maybe like this should be good. And press OK. Let's see. There are still some blue spots, of course, but as you can see, the difference between like it was before and now by using just the mask edges is like very big. So if you will play a little bit more with the mask, trying to make the most difference there and so, you really achieve that the tree will be absolutely disappeared. But this result is very nicely. Like these few blue spots are like almost not to see. Anyway, we want to use it by a sky, so it doesn't matter for us. I have your sky. I will just Ctrl A, Ctrl C, and paste it here. Here down. I need to scale it up. Like this. As you can see, I was counting with that I will use blue sky, so I wasn't much playing with the blue spots there. But it's up to you. And now, you can see how easily we cut it out, the tree, and put it on absolutely different background. And it's even blending almost, of course. Now, let's adjust a little bit the image. Maybe the colors are too bright, like the grass. So we could put there a little bit, play with the colors a little bit. Okay. Now we can adjust photo filter here a little and make it a little bit warmer or colder. We'll see what will be looking better. Oh, this is too much. I can try the sepia effect. Ah, yeah, this is nicely. And like this, I will place these layers down. So I have here all my 3 layers. I will hit Ctrl A and now Ctrl Shift C and Ctrl V. Now, if you hit this combination like Ctrl Shift C, you will copy the selection which you made, but with all layers merged, without the need to merge them separately. So I have here again this layer. So I will hit Ctrl Shift U, apply filter here, apply noise, median, not a big one, 4 should be enough, and I will apply multiply. I'll drag this down to 50 to make it a little bit more realistic. Now I will make here, better, I will crop this a little bit. Here and here, because we want to focus only on the tree. I'll make this selection holding shift, or better, I will make just one selection on top, fill it, copy that, and I'll place it down. And now again, Ctrl Shift C, Ctrl, oops, my bad. First Ctrl A, you need to select what you're going to copy. I will go to filter, and here should be, yeah, lens flare. Choose something which I like, and Yeah, I can't see anything. Let's try again. Maybe I... Oh, yeah, actually. I will change the colors here. Because it should take the colors from here, which I have. Why? Because this, it wasn't working. We'll see anyway. Find a lens flare. But I don't like this much. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, cool. So, as you can see, we absolutely changed the way how the photo is looking. We came from... Let's go back. I will show from where we came, but first of all, some orders here. I will select this layer and the last one here, and hit Ctrl G. This will group all selected layers. And now edit that. I will do the same here. Ctrl G, masked, and I can turn this off. And now we can look how it was looking before. Now this is the original image. This is what we have. You see, there's a huge difference. Now the tree is looking much more like a tree, and also everything there is better. So, and it took us just a few minutes to do. As you can see, Photoshop is very powerful if you know what to do. Now let's go back to mask. I told I wasn't playing much with the mask because I don't know, I'm too lazy. So let's select this layer again, and again the blue. We'll make the calculations. Press OK, and as you can see, now it's fine. Oops. Now the blue spots will be not seen, but now yes. It was because I was using this brush, the black brush with overlay, blend mode, and just brush it on that, and I even wasn't like thinking. I mean, I was thinking, but wasn't thinking much about the blue spots there. So if you do it like more attention to that, very like carefully, you can change the flow and opacity of that, so you will not brush so hard. You can achieve, trust me, perfect results. So I think it's all about masking. So we made this one here, very simple masking with a pen tool. I think this is more like intermediate masking with the pen tool, then just the brush, then just the select tool with the paint bucket. So here we have just 3 options how to do that, which is more than enough. And then these options which you can use if you have an object which have leaves, trees, snow, or other objects where a lot of them, a lot of small spaces, and it is on a contrast background. You can use this with the channels and the image calculations. You can very fast achieve a great result. So, okay, oops, no, okay with that. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you like that, and I hope to see you by the next tutorial. And always, I hope it will help you a little bit by your work. So, thanks for watching again, and bye bye.